Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today we're going to be talking about Muln Automotive Incorporated. This is ticker symbol MULN for those of you who are maybe not as familiar with this company or with this stock. And today was not a great day for Muln. They were down 9.02% on the day today. They started out red, made a little bit of a run up within the first 10 minutes of the market, and then just sold off and sold off and sold off as the day went on. They are flat after hours, so maybe the bleeding has stopped a little bit. Maybe things, will be a little bit less rocky headed into tomorrow, headed into the rest of the week. Who knows? But either way, today was not great. But this does come after a very, very good week for Muln overall. Even despite the fact that they're down 9% today, they're still up 11% in the last 5 days. We got down below a dollar, or pretty close to a dollar within the last couple of weeks. So the fact that we're up to $1.11 now is still really, really good. And again, recently we've been high as $1.38. So this was interesting to see. We take a look at the broader market in general today. The Dow Jones was down 0.62%, S&P down 0.92%, NASDAQ also down right around 1%, and the Russell was down 0.22%. So red in the market, not a tremendous amount of red in the market, but all the major indices were down. So it's not surprising to see that Muln was also down, but man, down 9% when no other major indice, or none of the major indices, were even down over 1%. That's not great, and that is definitely significantly underperforming the market, but at the same time, what goes up must come down. Muln's been pretty hot recently, so it's maybe not the end of the world, but we do have a ton of stories to get into in this video today, getting caught up. We haven't made a Muln video in a couple days, so some things to catch up on. First is this, the dilution question, a post from the subreddit, MULN subreddit. At this price, if they dilute the stock as much as they're proposing, would we not drop way under $1? They have to be expecting a big run-up in price before dilution. Why would shorts not just wait till dilution and then cover? So this question and the whole kind of debate and discussion has a couple of different parts. One, just the fact that the dilution vote is coming up, and obviously Muln shareholders are going to get their say in that. Hopefully, who knows how it's going to play out. Obviously, the company wants to dilute and wants to sell to raise some more money, because they're saying, hey, if we want the stock to perform, if we want to produce all this revenue, eventually produce profits, all this stuff, we're going to need some money to produce some vehicles, to fulfill some deals, to get going. So if we sell a little bit more stock now, dilute the shares now, it's going to pay off in the future. But shareholders are also like, hey, we're getting diluted a lot. The shares have been increasing and increasing and increasing. We're still not seeing any results. Also, the price of the stock is down to $1.11. I mean, yeah, 52-week high of $15.90. Maybe, back here at $5.81 at the beginning of the year, or within the past year, $12, $15, whatever. Maybe share dilution made a little bit more sense. You can sell less shares, get more money, whether you need tens of millions, 100 millions, whatever. But now that the stock's down 91% in the past year, and year to date is down 81%. More share dilution at this point just seems a little bit crazy to a lot of people. That seems like, hey, we are already $1.11. We're already a borderline penny stock. We're already borderline in trouble. All of your shareholders have lost all of their gains, have lost all of their, everything. They're bag holders on bag holders at this point. The only way to really be profitable in Muln at this point is if you bought in like February, maybe some points in March. But if you bought at any other time in the past year, you are down, and you are down significantly on this stock. And it's cool. Maybe they're starting to get closer to some production, to fulfilling some vehicles, some vans, all this different kind of stuff. But at what point is the bleeding going to stop? At what point do you have to also take care of your shareholders and your people who have gotten you at this point, especially for a stock that has a cult-like following to some extent? Obviously, the stock is very, very popular on social media, YouTube, all this stuff. That's why I even make the videos in the first place, because people really care about this stock. People either really believe in this company, or think it's interesting, or think it's an interesting opportunity, or whatever. So obviously, it does feel like a little bit of a slap in the face to those people that are like, hey, we're already down this far. You want us to make us go down even further? We've already stuck it out this far with you, and you're going to screw us over even harder. And there's also the people who are shareholders who are like, yeah, whatever. It sucks that it's in the short term, it's going to be bad, but if it's worth it in the long run, then I'm down. I don't know. There's people all over the place, but it's definitely going to be a very, very interesting vote. If the share dilution does pass and they end up diluting even further, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens to the stock price in the short term, and then what they're able to do with that money in the medium to long term, if anything, because again, there has definitely been periods of time, if not a lot of the time, where Muln has maybe overpromised and underdelivered, left everyone wondering what the heck's even going on, fell short of expectations. So there's also some people that are like, hey, I'm not really trying to dilute myself even further. Maybe prove some stuff to us and then dilute, maybe run up the stock price a little bit and then dilute. Not the other way around. So I don't know. We'll have to see. This is definitely a big story going on right now. But there is stuff going on as well. There is this. The big news and announcement, I believe this was yesterday. People saying that they want to see something from David Mishry, the CEO of Muln, about the deal. He tweeted out this article from their website that says, Muln Automotive signs a binding agreement with Delpac Logistics LLC, an Amazon delivery services partner for Class 1 and 2 EV cargo vans. Very, very big deal. And then somebody else is like, yeah, this is probably why he's hiring PR. He's done making announcements. And yeah, I mean, that's totally fine. To me, that is very, very understandable. Your CEO should not be the guy who's in charge of making all the announcements, talking about all the news. Now, I think it is cool if they go do interviews, if they go talk about stuff, if they're, in articles, on TV, all that different stuff, YouTube videos. That's awesome. And I think there is a large benefit in that. But, it shouldn't be make or break whether he's the guy, out there talking about everything, because you want your CEO ideally to be super busy and actually getting stuff done as well, especially a company at the state and stage that Muln is in right now. But this deal is big. And again, good and bad, because yes, they're, claiming that some deal's done. Maybe they have some deal done or whatever. Also, this is an Amazon delivery services partner. So that's going to get people saying, hey, Amazon delivery services partner, what's next? We're going to start working our way into Amazon. Some of the specifics of this deal, I believe I have here. It's one of these. Here is some of the more specifics about the deal. DPL will place a purchase order for up to 600 Muln Class 2 electric cargo vans over the next 18 months. The 600 Class 2 EV cargo vans will be fully homologated for the United States. The first 300 fully homologated for the United States Muln Class 2 EV cargo vans will be delivered to DPL by November 30th of 2022 at the request of DPL. Again, that puts us less, or I guess a little bit more than 4 months, about 4.5 months away from the first 300 of these vehicles supposedly being delivered to them. So that is pretty big news. Now we're starting to put some timelines on things. Now, Muln's missed some timelines, they've missed some dates, all that stuff. Now we have another date that's like, hey, something's either going to happen by this day or it's not. If it does happen, that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be a boom. If it doesn't happen, this thing's going to go crashing down even further. But yes, as David Mishry says here, this agreement is absolutely a milestone for Muln. Now, again, agreements are awesome. Talking about stuff's awesome. But at some point, you got to start doing stuff as well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how this deal plays out, how satisfied DPL is with the deal, how satisfied everyone is with the performance of the vehicles, the batteries, the production, what kind of margins they're able to make on these things, how expensive is it going to be, how much they're able to make on this deal, all that stuff. This is definitely a very, very big deal, getting something going in the right direction. And also, of course, the fact that the news today wasn't all of it. Probably everyone's saying, this was just a teaser. The Fortune 500 order is still to be announced and will be the catalyst that we're all waiting for. A measly 600 van order made the stock jump 23%. Imagine what a really big order deal will do. Please don't get it twisted. Just because I trade the stock doesn't mean I'm not in it for the long run. Let's get rich, mofos. And I think this is very, very interesting because yes, it's good and bad. It's now July 12th. We were told that the Fortune 500 deal was going to be announced by the end of June in quarter 2. Again, we are now almost 2 weeks into quarter 3. Still nothing. They haven't given some BS excuse from what I've seen of why the news didn't come out or when the news is coming out or what's going on. Just kind of been radio silence. That is very, very concerning. That is bad news. But if this is some news coming out and there's still the Fortune 500 news to eventually come out, I don't know. That feels a little bit gullible being like, oh, hey, guys, that news is still going to come out. To me, it's crazy that Muln hasn't had to answer to anything like this and that people aren't more worried or concerned about the fact that there was no Fortune 500 news that came out in quarter 2 is a little bit strange to me. But if this news came out and it's a small order, but it's something, 23% jump, they gave back 9% of that today. But if the Fortune 500 news is still coming out, if it is some big name, if it is some big deal, if it is some, something really, really significant and they start delivering those vehicles and they start making some money off the deals and the vehicles and all this stuff and stuff starts going well, that is definitely the potential for a really, really big jump. We just don't know when any of that's going to come, and anyone pretending that they do know when it's going to come or that it's coming soon or anything like that, I think it's a little bit crazy. but at least there are still potential catalysts and potential good news out there on the horizons. We'll just have to wait and see. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Muln. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.